Lewis.
Yeah, he sure is. And he's actually one of the best special teams players in NFL history, too, because I know firsthand. Playing against the Saints in 1992 on a Thursday night football game on ESPN. Sam Mills is on the kickoff return team. I'm running downfield the opening kickoff thinking I have a clear shot to the kick returner. And who cleans me out with the blindside hit? Sam Mills. And then just winked at me as he ran off the field. This guy was the ultimate pro, man.
Played 12 seasons with both the Saints and Panthers after signing as an undrafted rookie. Back to our Hall of Famer, Chris Berman, his 22nd year as MC. Boom.
Welcome back to Canton, Ohio, everybody, and proof again, like Leroy, that it is not the size that determines a Hall of Famer. It is the size of your heart. We are truly honored this afternoon to enshrine the late, great Sam Mills. Aptly named the Field Mouse at 5'9" tall. This inside linebacker came undrafted out of Montclair State. Was cut by the Browns, oops. And he was cut by the CFL, signed in the USFL for a whopping bonus of $500. Then he found his way to New Orleans in 1986, a team that had never made the playoffs in their 2 decades of existence. Well, that would change in a hurry, thanks to Sam and the Dome Patrol linebackers. 4 playoff berths in the next 9 years as a Saint. 5 times he led the Saints in tackles. One season he had 155 tackles. 5'9". Hello. All 4 linebackers, Sam, Hall of Famer Ricky Jackson, Pat Swilling, the late Vaughn Johnson, they all made the Pro Bowl in 1992 together. In 1995, as a free agent, he signed with the expansion Carolina Panthers, yet to play a game in their 2nd season. Those Panthers made it all the way to the NFC Championship game, dethroning the defending champion Dallas Cowboys along the way. The 1996 season saw Sam named to his 5th Pro Bowl. He was 37 years old at the time, the oldest player ever selected to play in a Pro Bowl. How about that? Twice in his 3 years in Carolina, he was the leading tackler, but his mark in Charlotte is so much greater than that. He went on to coach linebackers for 7 years, including the Super Bowl season of 2003. He had over 1,300 tackles in his career, but that pales by the comparison to the way that he tackled intestinal cancer while he was coaching. His credo was, keep pounding, which is still front and center with the Panthers today, including his statue in front of the stadium. Sadly, we lost Sam at the age of 45 back in 2005, 17 years ago. Both his legacy lives here and in the 2 NFC South cities. His presenter, 2 folks who certainly were with him so many steps of the way, his widow Melanie and Coach Jim Mora.
How about Sam Mills, though? Has 2 interceptions now.
The story of Sam Mills' rise from undrafted prospect
Is down, Sam Mills.
to NFL Hall of Famer is one of the most unlikely and inspiring in the game's history.
When I was fortunate enough to become head coach of the Saints, I sat down with our president and GM of the Saints, and he said, Jim, are there any former players you coached in the USFL that you think might be able to help us? And I said, well, certainly our best defensive player with the Stars was a guy by the name of Sam Mills. This guy, I think, is a heck of a player, and I would like for us to sign him and give him a shot.
When the Saints signed the linebacker with the small frame, they were rewarded with a game-changing presence that was bigger than life.
I think that was the beginning of his dream to be on an NFL team, and he felt confident that he could excel in it.
Sam Mills has it in his hands. He's going to score for the Saints.
I remember they huddled up before each play, and the defensive huddle, and Sam stood in the huddle to call the play, and I have to admit, he looked kind of short, especially standing next to these big defensive linemen. Man, I was a little nervous like I am right now talking about it. But first play, they run right at Sam. And then Sam steps up, stuffs this offensive guard, who outweighed him by about 100 pounds, and makes the tackle. I coached him in the Saints for 9 years. He never looked short in the huddle to me again.
Mills anchored the Saints' feared dome patrol defense en route to 4 Pro Bowl selections. He would carry his trademark versatility, intensity, and force of will to his next stop in Carolina.
Oh, shovel pass. It's intercepted. Mills with the interception. Mills has a touchdown.
He contributed so much with that football team that there's a statue of Sam outside of the stadium.
In 1996, the 37-year-old Mills was named to his 5th Pro Bowl, one of the oldest defenders ever invited to the game.
Touchdown. Sam Mills scores.
Following his 1997 retirement as a player, he transitioned seamlessly into a new role as a Panthers assistant coach.
He wasn't ready to leave the game. He was there to show them this is how you can get to your end goal. Nothing is impossible. In 2003, he was diagnosed with cancer. The moment that he shared this with the family, we knew that he was going to fight this as hard as he could.
During the ensuing 17 months that he fought cancer, Mills made the most of every moment. He inspired the Panthers and coined a mantra that would carry them to their first Super Bowl appearance in 2003. It was a philosophy that epitomized Sam Mills throughout his playing career and continues to define his legacy today. Keep pounding.
Keep Pounding reflects Sam's personality completely.
Here's a guy who didn't even have a scholarship. Here's a guy that wasn't drafted. He gets cut by an NFL team. But Sam keeps pounding. And then he goes on to have the career that he had. Of course, the cancer diagnosis was probably the toughest thing he ever went through. But again, I'm going to keep pounding. I'm not going to let this thing get me. Keep Pounding was a part of his personality and his character.
Throw that into the air. Intercepted. Sam Mills has the interception.
I've always been such a strong believer in this young man as a person and a player, and deserving of being in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
There could be no better place for him to rest than in the Hall of Fame.
When I heard that he was going in, I got very emotional. And I was so proud of him and so happy for him and his family.
I see you, baby.
I am honored and privileged to present my husband, Sam Mills, for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Gentlemen, presenting Sam Mills for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Melanie Mills and Jim Mora.
Thank you, everyone. You've already heard a lot of statistics, but today I want to talk to you about the humanity of one man. On the surface, the Sam Mills story is a story of a man who was told that he wasn't good enough to play college football, or that he wasn't big enough to play professional football. And at the age of 27, he wasn't young enough for the NFL. And yet, here we are today, celebrating him. That's because Sam worked harder than his peers. He took advantage of every opportunity. He became a legendary athlete. But he never forgot he was just a man. Sam treated everyone with respect and dignity they deserve. He visited his mother and siblings in New Jersey as often as he could. He kept his friends from high school and college, and he made new friends at his cancer treatments. He talked to everyone, and I mean everyone. He told dad jokes and loved childish pranks. I don't recall him ever saying no to an autograph, a picture, or a handshake. He knew the staff at the practice facilities and the stadiums. He'd sneak away and visit people that he barely knew in the hospital. He made it to his kids' high school football games, track meets, and band competitions. He'd go bowling with anyone who asked. He would ask about your day, and he would listen because he cared. From the Philadelphia Stars to the New Orleans Saints to the Carolina Panthers, if you were working hard at anything, Sam would let you know he appreciated your hard work. You could be a teammate, a coach, a ball boy, a security guard. He would make you feel seen. It's no wonder that Sam inspired so many people, or that the Panthers adopted his motto, "Keep pounding." Sam was always ready to show you what hard work looked like. He led by example, and people followed. He was more than just a great football player. He was a father, a friend, a husband, and a leader who always kept pounding, no matter what the odds were. So thank you for this honor, for believing in Sam, and for helping to keep his story alive. Keep pounding, everyone. That's what Sam would want you to do.
So beautiful to get to know the man, Sam Mills. And in his locker in the Hall of Fame, his original Keep Pounding wristband, an inspiration to so many. Coming up next, before Brady was Brady, it was a Patriots defense that led New England to 3 Super Bowl titles. Towering defensive lineman Richard Seymour next.